Hello there, guys, over on Facebook and YouTube. Bit of a different start, but hey ho, using the old thing. It was good, wasn't it? It worked.
Yeah, it seemed to. Yeah.
Right, guys, and it's clicked over to 8 o'clock, so we can go live straight on to Pulse Talk. So let me hit a few buttons here, and let's see if it works, because I don't know if it's going to work or not.
As a duly designated representative of the city, I order you to cease any and all supernatural activity and return forthwith to your place of origin or to the nearest
Can you hear that?
parallel dimension.
Hello, TikTok world. Hello there, TikTok world. I hope you're doing okay.
Whoa.
If you can hear us, guys, can you just
it's not
let us know?
You're gonna call.
Yeah.
Who you're gonna listen to?
Especially if you can hear two of us on TikTok.
Ghost. Stay tuned for the EGH Paranormal Talk Show.
Hello there, guys, and welcome to the EGH Paranormal Talk Show live and exclusive on Pulse Talk Radio. Well, I'm hoping I'm on Pulse Talk Radio because I've changed everything around tonight. I can definitely hear and see the wonderful world of Facebook and YouTube. So welcome. I'm not sure if we have anything happening over on the lovely world of TikTok, but hello, TikTok world. Can you let me know, TikTok world, if you can hear me, if you can't hear me, or whatever? I don't know how it works. So if anybody is watching over on TikTok world, please let me know that if you can hear us tonight. It is Friday, the 12th of January. I have got a little bit of a slight echo, but I think I can deal with that. It's not as bad as I think it is. I can hear you. I ain't got my headphones on. So, you know what? Let's roll with it. It's been bloody cold. It's been really, really cold. Please hit that like button. I've got any likes? I think I've got 6 likes or 0 likes. So let's just do a little check. Simon, say hello to the lovely world of TikTok.
Hello, TikTok. You can't see me, but I'm hoping you can hear me. If you could just let us know. I can see us on TikTok. So hopefully we are live.
Yeah. If you can hear us, could you just if you heard Simon there talking, could you let us know, please, if you heard Simon there talking? Please, if you heard Simon, just pop in the comments over on TikTok if you can, to say you heard Simon. Yes, you've been heard, Simon.
Oh, wow.
You've been heard. So as you can see over on YouTube, for anybody that didn't know last night, I hijacked the YouTube channel for Essex Ghost Hunters last night for one night only, just so my nan can hear the show. So last night over on YouTube, the Essex Ghost Hunters was green for an evening because it was Journey Through the Unexplained. But as you can see, tonight it's back to red. It's gone back to normal. Welcome one and all. It's 8 o'clock. It's fun time. It's going to be an hour and a half or 2 hours, whatever we fancy tonight, to see how we can. You've got Craig in the chat. We've got Maz in the chat. We've got the lovely Kate in the chat as well. Welcome to the show. Let's wonder how we are doing over on TikTok. As you can say, hit that like button for me. What's the goal for tonight, Simon?
4,500.
4,500.
Yes.
4,500.
I don't know where it come from, but 4,500.
We've got Heidi in the chat as well. Good evening, Heidi. Craig. We've got JB as well.
Hi, JB.
Hi, JB. And me. It's not the JB we know, is it? It's not our JB, is it?
I don't know.
That ain't John, is it? It'd be interesting if it was.
It would be.
Be very interesting to see if it was John. Welcome. Jay is watching on. Oh, it must be Jay. It's Jay. Jay's watching on YouTube. Let's give you away there. I should have told by the tattoos, to be fair.
You should have done. It's quite easy. Look.
Yeah.
It's quite easy. Yeah.
Yeah. Give it away. Maz, give it away. Come on, guys, hit that like button. Let's get at least 500 for the beginning of the show. Come on, hit. Don't stop your finger from tapping. Hit. Well, I haven't got no idea what we're going to talk about tonight, but we was talking. I rang Simon on the way home from work today, and Simon come up with a bit of an idea.
Well, saying it's an idea, it's just it's loads and loads of questions that have been asked about the paranormal world in this country. Now, some of it is pretty basic. It's like some things are like, do you believe in the existence of ghosts? Okay, that's one of the questions. But there's some other questions there that I think we can go through, and it will lead us down rabbit holes. Absolutely no doubt. Absolutely no doubt.
Go on, then. Let's
If you want me to kick one off, and
let's open up the
feel
room.
free.
Let's open up the live to your first question.
Yeah, and if you've got any questions out there, listeners, as we go on, put them in here, put them in the chat, put them on TikTok, wherever you can. Okay, so the first, let's go for the first question. I'll sort of bypass the easy ones because have you personally had the ghost experience? Well, come on, right? So we've got to slapdash that one because yes, we have. But right, a question to you then, Russ. What's the most convincing ghost story you've heard or ghost experience you've had?
Oh, the most
Okay.
convincing. Evening, Kerry. Thank you for joining us. The most convincing. Oh, now that's a tough question.
There's going to be a lot of them because there's some that we touch here that I can't answer.
We've just heard that apparently that was that a girl's voice just then over on TikTok.
I hope not.
Well, did you hear a voice?
I didn't. I can't say as I heard a voice. No.
No, I can't say I heard a voice as well. Right, so the most convincing, compelling evidence I have not
Yeah.
had. Oh, yeah, apparently there was a girl's voice.
Oh,
Elizabeth heard it. Heidi heard it, and Maz also heard it over on TikTok. So, but I can't. This is
well, if there is a girl trying to make contact through the radio, can you ask for one of us?
Yeah, that's baffled me, to be fair, because I never heard what that's why I normally like to have my earphones on. But I didn't have I haven't got my earphones on tonight. I'm trying it a different way to see if it works, and it won't make me. So a woman's voice. They're all saying a woman's voice.
Okay, so if the woman needs to make contact, do it again.
Well, I'm trying to now think of the most compelling evidence that I've had and linking it to a woman, because was it something that that we has linked, but I can't say. Well, so one of my most fascinating ones. There's two, so I'll give you two. Okay, my first one would be at Craigienor Castle, when myself, Joe, and Ryan went to Craig Winos Castle, or Craigienor Castle, however you want to say it. And me and Joe went down into the basement, and we was walking down the stairs. I think there was only about four of us. We'll come to that one later on, Craig. All right, so I'll highlight that question so I know. But we was walking down the stairs, and we turned the corner, and it was like the bar, like a bar basement area.
Yeah.
Where they keep the drink and everything like that. And what's that, cellar?
Yeah.
Cellar would have been the easiest thing to say, Russell. And I was walking down. Joe was behind me, and at the end of the corridor, there was a box sitting like the wine box with the 6 bottles in, but it was empty.
Yeah.
And I remember walking towards it, and I looked at Joe, and I said to Joe, that box is moving. I swear it's moving. Something's going to happen with that box. Now, by the time I'd got my hand into my pocket to get my phone, that the box lifted up off the stool and launched to me and Joe. It just picked up and flew. And it flew, what, 10 foot towards us and landed at our feet?
Yeah,
So that for me, and you know, there was a draft. I get that. We both, you know, highlighted there was a draft, but it's what we couldn't debunk was the fact of that the box lifted. If it was a draft, it would have gone forward. It wouldn't have lifted. It couldn't have lifted, and it lifted a good, what, 2 or 3 foot in the air and then come towards us. But we called it. We knew it was going to happen. We just knew that this box was going to head towards us at some pace. And that was the scary thing about it. It was, you know, I called it. And the other most compelling, not evidence, so that was Craigie Nor. There was that other box when we did the seance in the cottage in Wales. I think it was Jay's beer one. Remember the one? The cottage where Sarah Siddons was.
Yes.
That, and there was a box next to me and Henry, and that got pushed off the chair with no one around it.
Yeah.
So
I think the other one would be another one from the Wales cottage. For me, is that doll. You know, the little doll I built and the face changing.
I wasn't there for that.
No, I know, but I think there was Maz J. I think we all witnessed that. That, you know, we all saw that. So that's another bit. And the bed up in that room.
Yeah, well,
I've never heard a clonk like it. To be honest,
I've never been on a bed that lifted so bloody high at that point.
So, you know, there's so many bits that I think there's so many bits of good evidence that we get that sometimes we sort of dismiss and forget it.
Yeah, but if you can dismiss, then that means then it's not conclusive.
Forget. I would say forget. Probably not dismiss. Dismiss is probably the wrong word. You probably forget, because there's bits I go back to. Look at that whole Sarah Siddon thing. That whole Sarah Siddon thing was, from start to finish, was a story within itself. We go to Gloucester. We go to an antique shop. Jay buys the plate. We take it home. Maz is affected by the plate when we're doing a radio show from the cottage.
Yeah.
We go to a village in Wales and find the Sarah Siddon pub. That's got to be compelling evidence for what,
Maz
7 or 8 people. Yeah, 7 or 8. Sorry, mate.
Maz has just said she's looking at her now, so she's looking at the plate right this minute.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that wasn't just one person, 2 people. That was what, 7 or 8 of us all witnessed that. Yeah,
we witnessed it, but you've got to, you know, you could quite easily put coincidence into that.
No, not as many coincidences as that.
No,
yes,
you still could. That as evidence is that paranormal?
Yeah,
that's what I would go there. Yes, I do believe something happened that night, but for me, I could shoehorn coincidence into that situation. I'm looking at evidence when I was looking at conclusive that it's just in bloody possible for it to happen.
Right.
I don't know if any of the guys, I don't know if you was with us at the time when the phone rang at the bunker.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah,
and it wasn't plugged in.
Yeah,
it's impossible. It can't happen. you know,
No.
with the Sarah Siddons, I get it. I do get it. But I can also put that to coincidence a little bit. Just a tiny
I
bit.
could put it to coincidence once, twice, but not.
3 times a lady.
Yeah. I couldn't put it towards how much it happened. I think it was too many times to be coincidence and taking us to different places. If we'd have found the plate in Wales, I'd agree with you. We found the plate in England,
Yeah, but
not Wales.
yeah, but we're not. You know, you're looking at what 14 miles either way, borderline. You know, Gloucester.
The big coincidence that he went there and got that plate, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's I'm saying it could have. You know, that to me, I'm saying I'm shoehorning it in. I am shoehorning that in. I'm looking at evidence that, for me, did you hear that? Now I think that's just because we've reached a target over on and I think Heidi, I've got to say a massive thank you to Heidi for sending 5 lightning bolts. Whatever that means. Thank you, Heidi. I still haven't tuned up on the TikTok, and everyone's now getting into the groove of hearing the zing because it's all happening. So that was quite funny, wasn't it? To be fair, quite like that. But yeah, no, I'm looking for like the most compelling evidence that we had, i.e., for example,
You're
another
looking for physical evidence more than
because I think with that sort of evidence, I think someone will say to you, it's just coincidence. Someone would say to you,
but then somebody could say to you that the box was moved by draft, moved by this, moved by that.
They're
always say something.
No, but we tried to react to that. We even placed the box on its weakest point, and the draft was still there. I don't know what that was. Sorry, and we could not get that box to move, even with the draft after. So in my head, I look at physical evidence, and there was another, the phone ringing that wasn't plugged in.
Yeah, that's.
And then even Maz has put somewhere, and in Chelmsford it rang.
That was in the Marconi bit. That was or the barn bit. That was with you. I didn't see that one. It might have been in the Marconi hut in Sanford Mill. Sanford.
That's a long time ago.
That was with you. It is a long time ago.
We've got a new say hello to Wayne.
Hello, Wayne.
881 has joined the chat over on TikTok. Yes, Simon. So you was right by listening to Maz. We've got Gay Saunders that has joined us in the.
Hi, Gay.
I think that's the Facebook world. Yeah, that's the Facebook world. There's so many things going on here, isn't there? So yeah, that's the sort of things I'm looking for. The categoric evidence.
I look for slightly different things because coincidence, yeah, and I agree with that. But for example, if I'm going into a place and then I get names and dates, I've never been in that place. Now you could say whatever you wanted.
But that goes down for me. If that is what's been given. Where was we? I don't know if Kim is in the chat or Kim is watching any of our lives. Mr. Essex, I'm back. Looks like Sandra and Catherine had forgot you. How are you? We're not going down the argument route on TikTok again. All right, that's one thing we're not.
I thought it was David Essex that come on.
Oh, what did he
Hold
say?
me close.
Hold me close, don't let me go. But that goes down to under my banner. That is there was one that was just draw dropping, and I think it was Charlton House. I can't remember. I remember the babies in the
fireplaces. Yeah.
drawn, and you give that, and it wasn't anybody else but the guests that found that. I think that was guests that found that. Another 3 lightning bolts. Thank you, Heidi. Much appreciated. Do you like that sound when it clicks in? Well,
That
we've
sounds like you're
achieved
going to
our goal.
toilet.
Yeah, thank you ever so much. Live goal achieved. Really, really appreciate it, guys. Oh, thank you, Heidi. Absolutely fantastic. Got to set up a new goal now. I'm telling me. But no, there was definitely the evidence there would, for me, I would put that in, into the evidence of that, because I know you.
Yes, but other people don't know me, so they could say I've done this, I've done that, but I don't. I go to a place and just I don't know. There's places I've been that I've never been before, and I have been there in a past life. Maybe. I think that's one of the questions.
But that's what I would say. I would.
But yeah, it's probably, for me, it's not one big thing. It's a combination of many things.
There was no one there. It was 3 taps. There was no one there. It was always 3 taps. Hold on, I think I might have had. Sorry, Wayne has. At my last gaff, I used to get 3 taps on my back when I was laying on the sofa. I'd look around, and there was no one there. It was always 3 taps.
I would say, Wayne, that might be your spirit guide or somebody's spiritual trying to get your attention.
Yeah, I would as well.
Because that used to happen to me in very early days when I was switching on. I used to get yanked on the set, like pillars yanked from beneath me on a settee. The settee would move, chairs would move. Once I switched on and started to talk to my guides and everything, it went away. So I would say it's that. I could be wrong, but that's what I would go down on that line.
And I would agree. But Kim has now joined us.
Hello, Kim.
Kim, you're sort of, when Simon picks up on stuff, you're the one that will, automatically straight go and look for that history side of things. Is there, it never scared him? Sorry, Wayne has put it never scared him.
No, to be quite honest, Wayne, it didn't used to scare me. It used to make me wake up, but it didn't used to scare me.
Yeah. And Kim, I'm looking for the evidence, that's draw dropping that made us go wow. And it was either the train when we was walking.
That's the train. Yeah. Do you know, I've just
train crash
straight into my head when I was looking. Yeah. Okay.
And that we don't. The thing is, when we go to Wales, there's not much planning goes into it. The sheer fact is, we're in the middle. The train crash.
Yes. Yeah.
At Wales, there's not much planning goes into it because Wales is a big old place where we go. And you can't really do any research because Simon doesn't know where I'm going to drive to or what town. We just get in the minibus and then we drive for 20 minutes to the nearest town. Now,
that was the boy that swam.
Yes,
trying to get the people out. Yeah.
And that was a draw dropping moment because there was no way you would have known that. It's just no way you would have known it because you wouldn't have known we was even going to that town because it took us 7 hours to find the bloody cottage because we was knocking on random people's doors. So we couldn't even know where we was. Kim has put in a recent one with the team at the fort. Oh, I know what Kim's talking about because you told me and you couldn't go live because it's still happening. You thought.
Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
So we're in that one because that's a bit. I'm in Wales, Newport. Wayne is in Wales, watching from Wales in Newport.
Oh,
Penny. What's Penny? Maz has put Penny.
Penny.
Maz, I'd need a bit more on that.
There's a penny dropped.
Yeah. Penny, I don't know. Maz has put that in the chat and over on TikTok, so I can't, help you necessarily on that one. Rob has joined us as well.
Oh,
Evening, Rob. Rob, it's Bob, isn't it?
Bob.
Yeah.
Bob.
The name for the train crash, apparently.
Could be, yeah. Maz is goldfish. It comes in, it goes out.
Yeah, I can't remember. Nice to meet you. To me, Simon keeps saying money.
Hey?
Maz, I'm totally lost. You're making no sense.
How
Simon,
many you had?
money.
3 large ones or what, Maz?
I haven't heard money been said once.
Money?
Yeah. Simon kept saying money. The surname was Penny.
Oh, okay.
And you kept saying the surname was Penny.
It could have, but I wouldn't remember now.
Because he went back to save people, didn't he?
Yes.
He went back.
Yeah, he was a very good swimmer. And he went and tried to save the two old. Oh, it might be the pensioners that couldn't get out. It could be them.
Yeah,
it could be them. It's yeah. I'd like to go back there. Not now, though.
Yeah, the train crash was unbelievable. Miles away in a town we didn't know. Ended up in by chance, and everything matched up. Matthew Penny was the boy's name.
That's it. Well done. Yeah.
You lot are good tonight, remembering all this. Yes, Maz. Simon said money. The surname was Penny. Right.
Okay.
We're there. Just to let you know, we've just hit 2,200 likes over on
Not 4,500. Come on, babes. Come on.
It's only 27 minutes in. 27 minutes in, and you're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. So yeah, see, that to me is what I would class as evidence. Maybe to the outside world, but you've asking me, like the question for me, when you give us information and it ties in to a name given, then that to me is conclusive. No different to the boat. And I think we filmed it on the boat, Kim. I think we were live.
On the boat. Yeah.
I think we were live at ship.
I was shouting up to
ship. Before I get into trouble, it's a ship, HMS Warrior. I think we was on the top rung with Sandra, and you and Jay were down the bottom.
Yeah. And he was singing me the song to sing to you. Yeah, I remember that one.
So that was, the ship. Yes, we know. I corrected myself before you got there, Kim. Thank you for all the likes over on TikTok. Thank you for all the goals and all that. If you share the live, that would be great. We're broadcasting over to a good few people tonight. So thank you all for joining. We're just talking. We're having a little bit of a live chit chat tonight. We're talking that Simon's got some questions that he's asking us, and we're answering. We are answering.
These are the most common questions about paranormal and things in England. Apparently, there's hundreds of them. And some will be good for your next show. Actually, some will be good for Journey Through the Unexplained. There's quite a lot. I'll pass these on.
Yes, me, Russ Sargent doing instruction to the ship, and Simon's over and he does with all the info. And unknowing to us, Simon was telling us this ship did actually go to war. And as far as we was aware, and we was even told, I think, by the people walking down, that this ship didn't actually face combat.
It did.
And we was getting told that by them. There you go, Jutland. And we did a little bit of digging, as Kim does, while we were still live, and we found the evidence that this ship did. I think it got hit, didn't it? It did get hit.
It was a day. It was something about a day, and so many people got killed in a day. And this guy was really, really happy about it. I don't know why he was happy about it.
5,000 people got killed in a day.
Yeah. And he was singing this song and telling me this poem and laughing. And laughing. What a waste. I think that was his words. Really incredible. That was incredible.
Yeah. John Kelly is joined us as well. He's a psychic. Welcome aboard.
Oh, yeah.
So welcome for the watch, John. Nice to meet like-minded people. Your uncle John says hi. I don't know. Have I got an Uncle John? Your Uncle John says hi.
On
You know,
where? TikTok.
TikTok. I don't think I've got an Uncle John, have I?
Well, I've got an uncle. I used to know an Uncle John. He's long gone, so if he's on there.
No. The gentleman in question is a psychic.
Yeah.
So yes, that makes sense. Then he's saying your Uncle John says hi, even though he can't see you.
Right. Okay.
I'm assuming John Kelly, the psychic, has picked up on a gentleman called John that he's saying he's your uncle or one of our uncles. It's definitely not. I don't think I've got an Uncle John.
Well, we read it, Gene and I'm going just Gene and John names. I used to call him Uncle John.
Well,
But
potentially that could be him. There was a HMS at Jutland, but I thought it was a 4-funnel cruiser. HMS Warrior was the ship that was on at Jutland. There was pictures of it at Jutland somewhere. We found that information. So it all tied in eventually somewhere. But that's a bit weird though, isn't it? John's put me off. John Kelly's put me off. A lot of likes come through, a lot of gifts sent by Heidi. Thank you. I have a feeling the captain didn't die with the ship. It didn't go down. The ship didn't go down. It made its way back.
Yeah, it made its way back. But there was a lot of men killed. I don't know what it was. But whatever it was.
Yeah. So, but then that evidence was pretty damn good to me, because I knew you didn't do it. And you don't look at evidence. So yeah, but I was looking down the physical side of things.
Yes. Totally
so they're my little bits. I'll let you. That's we've only spoke about my bits, so you better answer the question as well.
Well, no, I've gone along the lines of that sort of the phone. Yeah, the phone in the bunker. I would say the light in the bunker. Also there was the old intercom systems that went off when me and Paul and Scott were there. A light come on in the bunker. The bunker, that sort of physical evidence. The phone ringing, again, that's physical evidence. But just, I think there's so much evidence that could be debunked. Don't get me wrong. People could come along and debunk it, but I know what I've seen. I know what I've heard. And that's what I think the main thing is.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's going to take it away from me. They can tell me what they want. And, skeptics, we do have skeptics. We speak to, he's not on here tonight yet, or he might be. Christian, he would debunk everything.
Yeah.
But as I say to him, I'm not trying to convince him. I'm not trying to convince anybody. To be honest with you, it's what I get. And that's
exactly. That's what we all get as mediums. That's what we get. What comes into my head and how I get my messages. I don't sit on them; they come out.
Yeah, exactly that.
It's something that we've done for 20 plus years now.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I say it doesn't get any easier. It becomes more fluid.
And I suppose another thing for me would be Bawley and the cars That's happened to me
Stones?
twice.
The Stones?
Yeah, the Stones, but the cars the car in particular, because when I first went to Bawley, something hit the side of the car.
Yeah.
When we first went to Bawley, 25 years later, the same noise hit the car. We'd have thought you'd have hit something or something whacked against the car. We got out. We stopped the car. And then we drove up and then saw whatever them lights coming towards us were. I
Yeah.
stopped the car again. It's, so that's sort of evidence that that's what I say. I don't remember it all. Not that it's not. I'm not dismissing it, but I just don't remember it all sometimes.
Yeah, and that's you've probably got it all. You've probably got it all on a dictaphone somewhere and still don't listen to it. I had exactly the same at Bawley with something hitting the car. That's Jay.
Yeah.
John has said, "Have you tried pendulum swinging?" Yes, we do pendulum swing quite often.
Yeah.
We don't use the sheet of paper, but we ask it more of a question. What is your yes? What is your no? I don't know if I've got my pendulum next to me at the moment. I haven't. But yeah, no, I do a lot of pendulum work. It's very good for finding things. It won't be no good because John's on TikTok, so he wouldn't be able to see your pendulum.
I have got a pendulum, but
thank you for everybody you're not too far. Have you tried it on a map yet? Yeah, we used to. That's how we was sort of taught. That's how Yvonne taught me to use a pendulum. She drew a map of her house, and she gave you 5 things that you had to find in the location. So there was a pot plant, there was such and such a thing, there's something and something else, and you had to go around the drawing of the house with your pendulum and see if the pendulum would tell you where it was. So yeah, pendulums work really well in that instance. So yes, John, we do use a lot of pendulum work.
I've forgotten that one. Yeah.
When we went live at Bawley, we were speaking to a man who was hiding, and our viewers saw a black shadow man walk across the back churchyard. We didn't even notice it. Viewers pointed it out. It was clear. The day, I can't remember that.
Yeah, they did a live. We weren't there.
I remember the live. I think Joe was there, wasn't he? If I remember rightly.
Yeah, I think it was Joe, Ian. Yeah, I think Ian was with Kim, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
so
I think he was.
I do, but I don't remember the black figure. I can't remember the black figure on that one.
Yes, there was. Yeah.
Simon St. Christopher being pulled at Beeley.
Well done, Joe. Yeah. Yeah, that was pulled straight off my neck at Beeley. Yeah. Because I was questioning what was there. Safe for travel. St. Christopher ended up in my jumper. So
there you go on that one. It was live during just when we were allowed to go out. Me, Ian, and Joe. So yeah, I say I can remember the live, but I just can't remember.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yes, it was. Yeah.
The
shadow.
So, you got any questions that you want to ask us, guys? Please ask. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, and of course, Pulse Talk Radio. So, if you want to contact us over on Pulse Talk Radio, please send us an email, info@essexghosthunters.co.uk, and that will get through to us straight away. And then you can ask the questions. John Kelly said, I had a lot of ghosts in my house. I later found they all moved to a graveyard. Quite nice.
I think that's what happened. Supposedly happened at Bawley Rectory to the church.
Yeah.
Funny enough, John. I think that's the story, or how the story goes.
Yeah. So there was a question, wasn't there, that we did come in that we promised to go back on. There is, what is the most scared you have been on any site?
I'll go with mine on that. Sometimes I can turn up at Bawley and be very scared. So much so that I sit and watch my feet in the car. I won't get out of the car. I don't know what does it to me. I can't tell you. And I'm not scared of many things. And Bawley would be one of the ones that I've been most scared at. Yeah, I think. In all honesty.
Kim said the bunker got chased into a room and had to leave. Remember that one?
Yeah, that was that when I never come in at Kelvin that night wasn't very pleasant, was it?
No, I would say that was quite. We got Winston. I think it's Winston saying hello over on TikTok.
Oh yeah,
John. Face your fears. I totally agree.
Oh, yes.
There's not, hearing someone scream for help. John Kelly. I don't know what in context that means. Don't know if that was something doing with Bawley. There's a bit of a delay going on, so that could be something linked to Bawley or just getting an overall.
Yeah, I do face my fears, John, and I do get out. It's just sometimes something makes me stay in the car. I don't know why. So,
oh, well, this is a nice comment, isn't it? He obviously wants his moment of fame. Hello, hobo bums. Get a job. Well, we both have a job.
Yeah, we both do actually. So,
stop being lazy. You've obviously subscribed to us on YouTube. You follow us. So, if that's how you want to be, then by all means, stop being lazy. I'm absolutely fine with that. You've got your moment of fame there, Bonzo the Clown. You've made yourself live on the screen. So you've done your piece. I hope very well done to you.
Well done. Cracking job.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. It's all I would just say is before you actually do comment with about getting a job, I would actually do your research. It's as simple as that. Quite happily have a job, pays very good money, so probably more than what you have earned in your whole life. So there you go. Exactly. Clown by name, clown by nature. Bonzo, goodbye. You've had your moment. Now you can move on, can't you? Sorry, TikTok. Well, we just had a silly person in the feed. I'm not going to delete him because he can watch what he wants. He's watching. He's making our live feed look better than it is. So absolutely stay. Thank you.
Cheers, Buzzer. Thank you, Buzzer.
Loser. Absolutely fantastic. The old keyboard warriors come out to play, don't they? Sits behind a keyboard with a fake profile, and he calls us a loser when we're showing our full face on the screen. Well done.
Anyway, let's not spend more time on him.
We've got loads of questions coming in on TikTok. So, you've where was your scariest place? So you've said obviously Bawley and places like that. So quickly for me, mine obviously I've never touched foot back on the place. I will never say the place because the place is a village, and I don't want to give that village a bad name, and I wouldn't want to harm the village in any way. But it was as scary as hell. I've never wanted to get out of a place. Ronald McDonald come out of retirement. I think he's answered his own question there. Look, coward. Yeah, he's got a clown face as a. So, right, let's go back to some questions over on TikTok for face your fears. Yeah, I say we've been back to many places before. I just won't go back to the place.
It's not so much paranormal though, is it? It's fear. It's not so much
fear
paranormal.
For your life. I think something goes on in that town of practicing something. Yeah, and it just I feel it's not the paranormal that frightens me in all sense, Winston. It really isn't. So it's just the fear there. So let's have a look. Face your fears. No such thing as ghosts, except for demons and jinns. A bit of a funny one, but it's the same sort of. It's still paranormal. Jinns and demons live in empty houses and houses that have been empty for 40 days and over. Never heard that, but
No.
I do believe in demons. Let's just go back to John Kelly. You need to learn exorcisms for all religions. It's a question mark. It's a bit of a funny question, that one.
Yeah.
I'll be quite honest with you. It's a bit of a funny question. Maz has said, hate cash as well, won't go back again. We'll get you back there one day, Maz.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah. We'll get you back there one day. Jinns is an Arabic word. Once again, it's a belief, isn't it? It's a belief. It's what you believe in more than what you sense. But let's just go. You need to learn exorcisms for all religions? Question mark. So I'm assuming he's asking the question: do you need to learn exorcisms for all religions? I'll answer that question in my own way.
Yeah.
And my own belief. It's only my opinion. I think no. I don't think you have to learn a exorcism for all religions. I think if how do I put it without making it sound derogatory? Yes, towards others. He's saying it's just for discussion. So that's it's a good question, deep question, but no, I don't think. I think one person, belief and system. I don't think you even have to be religious to perform an exorcism. I think that you have to be strong-willed. You have to have clear intention. And if that is your way, I do believe it would work. Does it help to be religious? I'm assuming so. I'm not saying it doesn't, and I'm not saying it does.
I would imagine so. Well, yeah, I would imagine so. You tend to get that it's a priest goes in and does it, and don't you?
Yeah, but that's where I come. That's where I come in. Where my belief is that I think it's more pure. Don't get me wrong. I think it's pure, but I don't think you have to be fully religious. I don't think you have to be that. Yeah, and that's I say John Winston's put jinns come from all forms of animals, etc. Some random questions coming in on TikTok. Winston says people who are possessed do eat raw meat. I've never heard of that, but
maybe, yeah.
But you can. It's steak tartare is raw, isn't it? I know during the war people used to eat raw mince meat, didn't they?
I don't know.
You can eat raw fish.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to eat raw chicken, obviously, but you think steak is underdone most times. You have it rare. If you have it blue, it's well done. John Kelly has put, how can 100-year-old Native American understand Christianity?
Well, you probably can't. But
And that's
if you're doing an exorcism, yeah. But if you're doing an exorcism, as you said, perhaps it's your intentions.
Yeah, that's my belief.
Yeah. And to be quite honest, yeah.
So
it's something I would like to attempt to do. To be quite honest, that's not my what's the word?
Forte.
Yeah, it's not my chosen path.
Yeah, Yeah, and that's, but I think you can have different forms of exorcism. It's not clearing a house of clearing a house of an energy, an exorcism.
Yeah, it could be, couldn't it? Yeah.
That could be classed as an exorcism because you are removing that energy from the house. I think the word exorcism is very
It's Hollywood again, isn't it?
yeah, I think you could go quite along the lines of that Hollywood realm, so to speak, of it, you look at the film The Exorcist, so everyone links an exorcism to that
Yeah.
exorcist.
Yeah.
And what it is, everyone thinks that the head turning woman and sicking green vial is that, a part of it. Potentially is. We don't necessarily know what them exorcists do. There could be states of that. Why couldn't there be?
Yeah.
There's nothing to say it is, but with exorcisms, loosely answered, is that way. I think yes. I don't think you do have to have a religion based. I think your religion would help because it would make you more positive. It would make you feel safe. That's how I see it.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
So Cash is Kim has said, obviously talking about haunted stuff. Not Cash as well. So Kim and Maz don't like it. My head didn't spin when we was in Portsmouth.
I think it's about the only thing that didn't.
But then that is, you could quite easily class that, removing that spirit that attached himself to Joe. Now, that spirit wasn't demonic. That spirit wasn't demonic that we shifted from,
No, it wasn't. No.
Joe. So, but we still removed that energy from Jay. So that to me is classed as a very, very. It's you've exercised the right to be removed from spirit, from that person.
Yes.
Winston has put Hollywood is full of Illuminati. You know what? I can't disagree with it. I seriously can't. But no, thank you for your interaction over on TikTok, and I will say thank you for your lovely interaction over on YouTube. I'm absolutely loving it. So I love Cash's. It's just my scariest night watching that spirit crawl towards me and almost bowling side over to get away from it.
Yeah, it's good that.
Yeah, that's it. But that's scary things. It's why you've reached your target, by the way. You're 4,600.
Okay, can we go up to 9,000 then?
Why 9? Why odd? It's got to be 10.
No, 9.
That's a horrible number. But no, I think that's what makes obviously the whole what's your scariest moment is what makes your heart go.
Yeah, there's not a lot that I'd say that I'm really scared of, to be honest. I'm apprehensive for places. There's nothing I would really run from.
No.
There's nothing I would run from, to be honest.
But then that's what we're chasing. We've done this long enough. We've done this for a hell of a long time. When we first started, where things were, frightened, and things did, make your heart go. But now you sort of go along the other line that you're looking for that.
Yes.
You are looking for that moment to make your heart palpitate. You're looking for that moment that goes, oh, that wasn't very nice. Sort of, there's something not there. That's
True.
not a very nice comment, Maz, is it? I don't think he's watching. So I'll, Paul's a good runner. You're wicked, Maz. You're wicked. You can't ask for the evidence of spirit and then run away. It's all what we want. No, I totally agree.
Yeah, agree, Kim.
If you call it forward,
and get it,
yeah, I
then,
think you're probably doing a lot more harm than good.
Yeah.
Watching as well. The demon in the bottom of the bunker. We all run from that. We all run into the worst room possible. Looking back at that, why the hell didn't we run up to the out is beyond me. But we all moved into that room that sort of then locked us in even more because none of us
was probably the wrong room to run into. Yeah.
If you look back at it, it's far. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy that we walked into that room or run into that room. So
it was.
Yeah. But no, that was funny though. Looking back at it, was funny because we all felt it.
Yes.
Once again,
and that's what's more compelling to me is when not one person or two people feel it, but when a group of probably 10 to 12 people feel it.
Yeah. That was Kim said yes. That's one I was talking about. Then the legs going backwards and forwards outside.
Yeah.
Thank you ever so much, John, for watching. He's had to go. It's been a pleasure. Thanks you ever so much. You're always welcome to join us on lives. We tend to go live every Friday night around this time for the Paranormal Talk. And then sometimes in the week we do some readings on here as well. In a dark room, if there is a jet black, that's the evil presence. There was so much of it where we were, Winston. Absolutely so much of it. We were definitely shepherded into that room. Very strange. Yeah, and I don't know why. I still, looking back and thinking, you're an absolute.
What room did we get shepherded into?
It was one of the comms room.
Yeah, well, the comms room is now where it's all kicking off lately.
Yeah, but it's in that one. It's the one right. If you went opposite the toilet, it normally plays the video. It's next to the SWAT mannequin. Sort of right across the other side. So opposite, the toilet door.
Yeah.
If you walk straight line from the toilet, men's toilet door, straight across that room, you'd come to that little room where we all run into.
It's probably a silly thing to do, but hey ho.
Yeah, it was a bit silly, but we did it. We did it.
We've only had one question.
That's all right. It's not like I've got a job to go to, so
no. Neither of
trance is the best genre of music. I thought he was going to say trance is the best genre of spiritual mediumship. There, that was over on TikTok. I feel it was our safety. Yeah, we was definitely guided to that room. Definitely guided to that room. It did feel safe in there, so I was more than happy to go into that room on there. But we did make it out. We're still here to live to tell the tale.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
So, go on then. Next question.
Okay. What was your favourite paranormal TV show? And what do you think current TV shows in the paranormal world are doing for ghost hunting?
Well, you should have asked me this one first because, it's quite bluntly. What's my favourite one? Now, I used to like Help My House is Haunted. But I feel the latest series, has taken a bit of a dark turn. I think it's gone very, yes, I understand that the program's called Help My House is Haunted. I get that. But the first series, a couple series, seasons, whatever you want to call them, was never like that. It was never, there was one that was a demon, they call it demon. But now it feels like everything is demon, 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 demon. So
Probably got something to do with, okay.
Yeah, well, the producer of the show is obviously the American hotshot that I can't stand, and I think he is to blame for what is going on at the moment with all these TV shows. But that's your question to ask, so I've asked it. Now, do I watch paranormal shows at the moment? No, I tend to watch people's lives. I like to watch the real lives on Facebook.
I'll tell you where I've gone recently, and quite a lot is I've gone on YouTube. I really have got into YouTube, and it's not all. I was watching one today, funny enough, in the shop, and there's this guy, and he's funny enough. It's in Wales, and it was an old mill. And I'll tell you what, it was 50 minutes of pure. This guy's on his own. So he's not dressed up. It's nothing like that. I can't remember his name. I wish I could. I think it was Adam, but it was cracking. What he did was an investigation that how it used to be. He had his equipment. He walked around this place. He went over dodgy floorboards. He was probably bigger than me and you to be walking around these floorboards. Could have gone straight through. But no, and that's what he said. Any minute now, I could just go straight through these floorboards and I'll end up with speaking to who I want to speak to. But that's I can't watch anything on there now because the 4 fatal words, isn't it? For entertainment purposes only. As soon as you see that, forget it. It can't be.
They have to legally put it.
Huh?
They have to legally put it.
I know, but it is awful. It is awful
because they legally put that. That is the crap thing about it. Destination Fear, hands down my favourite, but I love the Paranormal Files on YouTube. Marcus, but I feel they are more for entertainment purposes. We don't always get stuff when we investigate. If it happens on the show, then they make stuff up to keep it entertaining, like Most Haunted. I feel they do more harm to the paranormal and then good.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I totally, it gives people that scoff the paranormal world, like wherever he's gone, Obo, Dobo, whatever his name is, that scoff the paranormal world, bullets to fire. And I think that's all they're doing is just giving it bullets to fire. I mean, I didn't used to do it when we first watched it. They didn't used to do it. You could sit there and watch nothing and nothing would happen for an hour. So why can't we go back to that?
Yeah.
Why can't there be shows like that?
But then who would watch it? That's the thing.
Oh, I certainly would.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that wouldn't. I'm sorry, I just got a really random question.
Go on.
Have you ever spoken to someone who likes quavers? A packet flew over my uncle's grave. I don't quite know what that question means, but
I like quavers.
I like quavers, but have I spoken to someone that likes quavers? It's not a question that I normally ask the dead, Olivia. I'm sorry.
Actually, funny enough, though, me and you are known as a bit of crisp connoisseurs, aren't we?
Exactly. I like quavers.
It would be the question to ask one of us, wouldn't it?
So, do I think these TV programs?
Do you think they're going to ruin? Do you think they're going to ruin it, though, or because eventually people will stop watching it?
Yeah, but then I think that's where it flatlines. But then, will it stop? No, because I think you probably have noticed it how the obviously I'm used to Help My House is Haunted. We've spoken to Barry. We've been on Barry's, crying here that Barry rings me, Barry texts me. So you know, but I just think it's gone not the way it should be. It was all right how it was. I get it. Go and look into people's houses that have problems, deal with it. But not everything is a goddamn bloody demon. It's not.
No, it isn't. Have they not heard of angry spirits? Have they not come? Well, they obviously haven't come across angry spirits.
No,
Obviously
because
they
it's
haven't, because
for them.
they're going to call it a demon.
Exactly. I don't like that. That's the issue I have with it. That's why I like the ones I do, Destination Fear and now Project Fear. They come away from Bagans, stay real. If nothing happens, they stay with the same paranormal fires as one.
Yeah, okay. I will give it. Honestly, I will give it a go. But I'm just getting so fed up with. Here it comes again. I see red eyes. I see this. I see that. And it's a demon. You know, it's not.
What's the ones that just go to a place and they bunk? You know, they lay in a bed and then they go asleep and wake up there overnight.
Destination Fear.
Oh, sorry, Kim. That does my nugget in. Is that the one where there's two of them? They just go in and about, and they get left overnight. They can sleep separately.
No. Is it not Nick Groff? Is it, Kim?
If it's that one, I can't stand it. Mark Jones. They make what you guys do difficult. There's nothing better than getting a skeptic person to walk away believing. I was a skeptic until the bunker.
Yeah.
I get so annoyed with that. They are not demons. I would be peed off too if they kept calling me that. Yeah, exactly. But I think it gives you that entertainment value. It's taking that. 4 of them do Destination Fear. So I don't think I've watched that.
Yeah, it's the I do know. They go to I know the ones. Yeah, Kim, I've seen it. What's the ones that Nick Groff does in with that girl?
4 of them do Destination. It's that one. Yeah,
they go in a camper van. It's a camper van sort of thing, and they don't know where they're going, and then they draw lots to see where they're sleeping. It is quite good. It is quite good. That's not bad.
Mate, I don't watch that sort of thing. I'd rather watch a live on Facebook, and if I don't like it, I can scroll past. If it's not ticking my boat, I ain't going to do what the silly clan did and offend people because it's easy to scroll past. It's my judgment, but that's how I do. But what was the second part of that question, Simon?
And what do you what's your favorite picture? And what do you think it's doing to the paranormal world? Like on what do you think it's showing the paranormal world as? And I'll answer that. I think it will eventually. There won't be many paranormal shows.
I don't know. I think if they keep it going how it is, it's high at the moment. It's well in the it's well on point at the moment. It's a good thing to do. So do I see it drifting away? No, I don't see these programs having an effect. I think they will find something else, a new. You think of how many shows now that you see on telly. It's very rare that you see a psychic or a medium on there with them. Very, very rare. Not everything.
It seems to have gone off mainstream. It seems to have gone off your mainstream, doesn't it? Like your BBC ones.
And that's where I think that.
So it's being pushed away that way, isn't it?
And then it will come round again. It will come back into it, and there'll be, you don't see too much equipment being used too much anymore. But then you don't see, and once again, this is why I liked My House is Haunted. They use dowsing rods. They use pendulums. That is something that is vital. It's a start, and spirit balls. Why are they not used on? Why is no one using a spirit board? So I generally
They're
do
known as
feel,
Ouija boards now. They don't use spirit boards. It's
yeah,
always
but it's the fear of it. It's the fear of it, of what Hollywood has turned that into.
yes, I agree.
You know, you think table tipping. When you used to watch the first episodes of Most Haunted, and yeah, so I get all that, and you know, but the first episodes where it all started, and when they did the lives, you always had a segment where they did
It was
spirit
good.
board or table tipping. If it wasn't for Most Haunted, we wouldn't be here.
No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't.
If they kept to their roots, it would have been fine. Would have been fine. But no, I do feel that it will have, it will not have a second wind, so to speak.
But what sort of effect do you think that'll have on the paranormal world?
As what? As in spirit?
Yeah, yeah, no, as a view on the paranormal world. So, do you think it'll go along the lines of everything is demonic?
It's there now.
Yeah, but you're not, are you? Because you've got people like us and people, we know it's not demonic.
Yeah, but we're not on, mate. We ain't got a TV show.
I wouldn't want a TV. I wouldn't want that TV show though.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not going to happen unless you've got the demonic side involved into that show, until it starts subsiding. You know, when it has to have its change. Got loads of questions coming in. Let me just go to TikTok. I'm disgusted by Hollywood table tipping. Do you like ghost hunting podcasts? Yep, I listen to them.
Yes.
You should have a TV show. You know, if it happens, it happens. But the thing is, mirror scrying. I like mirror scrying. I think that's a really good way of, you can see the ectoplasm that comes down your face and things like that, and you can see total manipulation of spirit coming in. So yeah, and you know, they used to do that in Most Haunted with the red light.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
So there has to be a point where it does change. Does it affect us? I've got so many questions. I'm going to get to the Facebook and the YouTube in a minute. But the only way it affects us is that when people come to the events and when we do they will always use the word demonic. That's the only thing. And I think but, I've lost me.
There is another thing there. I will say that I had people in the shop this week, and they talked to me about ghost hunting, and they said they wanted to go on a ghost hunt, blah blah blah. And I said, "Well, we do them," and they said, "How do you do them?" Because we don't want to go in, and we don't want all that demonic stuff. So I said, "What do you actually want to see at a ghost hunt then?" I said, "What do you want to? What would be your ideal ghost hunt?" And their words were back to old school, where you do it with rods, where you do it with pendulums, where you just call out. And I said, we do that. We do it along the lines of that. I said, we do it where we have a team that will take you out and do the equipment side of it. You'll have a team that will take you off to seances and whatever. And then we do have call out. And they weren't even aware that groups were doing that. So they've got our card. So hopefully they'll join us on the ghost hunt. But that's what I mean. It is given not so much in what it is. It's what we do, because people, as you say, they're going to come out and I think it's going to be demonic, but it's not demonic. It's spirit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it annoys me a great deal, but there's not a lot I can do about it.
Yeah, there isn't, because I say we would be too boring for telly. That's as simple as it would get, because we keep it to its roots.
But we used to watch it. Thousands of people used to watch it.
Yeah,
millions of people used to watch it.
You've got
when it was boring.
Yeah, but now it's on the demonic line, isn't it? Until that subsides, we're not going to be relevant.
Yeah, but really, in this demonic, what they're claiming is demonic, nothing ever happens, does it?
No,
nothing happens.
No.
It's just You see him, he might have to take his mask off. God help us.
I
But
don't know who the user is. There is someone. You know, you should have a TV show. Is mainstream media glamorizing fake supernatural news? Yes and no. We don't really have. I don't know where you're based. Sorry, user 56, 54, 67. If you've got a name, I'll call you a name. I'll go TikTok first, and I'll go to do questions, and because there's a lot of comments coming in, and we'll go there. So, do I think they're glamorizing? We don't really have mainstream paranormal shows. It's only on Sky,
yes,
and we have one show that I believe is, you know, maybe two. You've got Most Haunted, that is an English-based show.
yeah,
And then you've got Spooked Scotland, Spooked Ireland.
yes, you have, yeah.
Probably the two that are loosely in, but you can only get them on Discovery. There's nothing that you could turn on and put on BBC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to find it on Really. You're going to find it on Dave. Even, you know, the likes of Most Haunted have removed themselves from TV, and they're only on YouTube now. Probably because it makes quite a bit of money. But that's about it. So do I think it does? No, because we don't really have mainstream, and you don't really hear of anything anymore. You know, what was the last case that we heard on telly? We don't have anything like the Enfield haunting anymore. Only because I'm using that as because Stuart has put that in the chat. Yeah, do I think it's? No, I don't. But yes, I do in a way. I think Hollywood has a massive impact on our journeys as spiritualist people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any more to add to that?
Yeah.
I don't. They had a skeptic who was what? I don't know. There's a question. They had a skeptic on that show called Richard. What show? Sorry, Angela, Judy. I don't know. What show. I only know a skeptic called Richard Case.
Richard Felix, wasn't he a skeptic?
I don't know,
He was Most Haunted at one
he
point.
owns the
Way
gold,
back.
doesn't he? Yeah. Yeah. Was
know.
it Richard or Kieran? If we're talking about
Kieran.
Most Haunted, then that one.
Yeah.
How many ghosts are there in the world? I couldn't tell you. It's an impossible one to. Can we try and get a TV show petition set up? We would all watch it. Can you please not swear? Edinburgh, Terence, if you want my name. Did we swear? I don't think we did swear. On Most Haunted, I think. On Most Haunted, I think that's Angela.
That's Richard Felix, I think.
Yeah.
But that was back in the old days.
I don't think he was a skeptic, though. He does ghost stories now on Facebook.
Sure. Perhaps the only Richard I know was on there.
Right, I'm going to just go back to Facebook now. Right, Project Fear is Dakota Layden. They draw lots to see when they're asleep, but they don't sleep. They just do solos all night. Mark Jones, I think, sadly, the drive for ratings will always see shows that will try and make things up and cause damage to what you do. Stuart's having a rant. I went to see the Enfield Haunted on stage. Thought I'd get 2 good tickets, 2 rows from the stage, but it was 2-story set. Couldn't see anything happening in the bedroom scene. Kind of defeated the object. Was it good? Because I've heard some bad things about it. I think with Hollywood and the other shows, people's fear of the paranormal, how many come on investigations terrified but leave it okay when they realise spirit is not bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We come across many that are not very nice people, but only once, to my knowledge, did we come across something that we felt demonic. Even then, I am not sure it was. Yeah. Can you please? we don't play songs, unfortunately. User 56, 55, 75, whatever it is. All TV shows need ratings to survive. What you guys do, while many would fit fuss,
Find it
it's not
fascinating,
enough to rate. Yeah, and that's
I agree, mate. Agree, but
because our evidence is different to what they want. That is the issue, isn't it? That is the issue that we have, is the evidence that they want to see isn't what we would produce. Because if I had a TV show, it would be genuine. I would be bringing back dowsing rods. I'd want to bring back table tipping. I would want to bring back the first series of Most Haunted.
yes,
That's how it needs to be. You need the historian on your side. You don't need, and that's how I would go about it. That's, if someone does come to me, that's how it needs to go back to where it all started from. It needs to grow again, and it needs to have a little bit of a revamp, but in a way that it can balance both things. Because Mark is quite right in what he says. We have come across many things that are not very nice, but only once, to my knowledge, did we come across anything that we felt demonic, and even then, I was not sure. So even at that point, you would generally, see what we would do. You would come across potentially a potentially you would come across a demon. It has to
be ironic if we ever got a show. The first show you ever did be demonic.
yeah.
That would be ironic.
Yeah. So,
just to clarify, Richard Felix is an historian.
So
I think he did sit on the skeptical side, but he was just I do remember him. He was in there. It was quite a long while. I think he was in there for a good long while, Richard Felix.
He was there for a while, yeah. But I think he runs some sort of ghoul now.
Yeah, probably. Yes.
He runs some sort of ghoul. Jow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he does ghost walks and all that, but
yeah. So, coming then, next questions.
Oh God. I'm going to pick a really random one.
While he's getting his questions ready, come on, guys. We're only on 5,300 likes. Simon wants 9,000. He wants.
Oh, come on. We've covered a bit of that. Oh, yeah. Here's one for you. This might touch on your other part of the show. What are your views on Bigfoot or the Yeti?
Oh, we spoke about that last night.
Do you think it exists?
100%. 100%. Just before we go, because obviously there's a big delay, I can see you doing more social media route, as that would not rely on ratings much, TikTok, Facebook, etc. But mainstream, no. I say that's what we're here for. We do this show, we do go live, and as you see earlier on in the chat, we had some idiots. That's all you have to deal with. But let them be idiots. Do you know what I mean? Let them be idiots. And that's as far as I get with it. I do not take. I've got a thick skin. There's nothing there that idiot said earlier on that would even offend me. Let alone make me think. I just think they're just idiots. I just really do. But that's it. Just scroll past. Right. So what was it to Bigfoot? Yes, I do. I massively believe in Bigfoot. I do think it exists. If I'm hoping Jay is still watching, I still believe me and Jay have encountered Bigfoot experience. And I would like to delve more into it. Yes, I would, because I do think there is a telepathical connection with Bigfoot as well.
So do you think it's spirit?
As in what way?
Spiritual rather than
No, I think this is a being.
right. Okay.
I think Bigfoot, or I think
Why don't you think it's because I've watched quite a few of these Bigfoot things now, and they've never really got any hard evidence of it, have they?
no, because that's what I think. I just think that's why I think Bigfoot for me is a extraterrestrial based life form.
Right. Okay.
I think it would use. I think because it moves so quickly and disappears so quickly that I believe that it uses portals to, if you're looking at sort of like, let's put it in what people know. If watched Stargate and things like that, they use portals to move dimensions. You look at something like Doctor Strange out of Marvel, he also uses the collaboration of portals opening. So yes, I do, because do you watch the expedition Bigfoot on Discovery?
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
So have you seen the latest one where they tracked it with the
That where they were looking at the trees, a certain
no, with the actual tracking device on the Bigfoot's coat?
no,
Have you seen that one
no.
where they climb up the glacier and and they literally follow the tracking device is continuously going up the mountain, and it's
No.
moving, and they're above it, it's still moving, but they cannot physically see this animal that's moving.
Right. Okay.
It's the late. I know.
I'll have to watch. I've got done a few of
it. Jay
I've
watches Expedition Bigfoot, but the latest, I think it was season 4, is the latest one, or season 5, one of the two, which is by far the most exciting thing I've ever watched.
Okay, I'll try again. It's not something that's hitting me at the moment. So
To me, it's like I always believe that there's always a link between sort of when we come to extraterrestrial based life forms, aliens, ufology, and things like that. I think Hollywood gives us a good stead that what actually exists, 100% what exists. So I think you look at something like Star Wars with Bigfoot, we know it's extraterrestrial, and we know Chewie exists. It is a wolf-like, it is a Bigfoot. It's 8 foot tall. It is a Wookiee. It's covered in hair. And hold on a minute, we've got questions. Yeah, 100%. There are many things that we don't know about. I think the ocean, as many of that is investigated.
yeah, I totally agree, Mark. That one.
Jay, as I totally agree with you on the Expedition Bigfoot. So yeah, I think there's a couple of people coming in on TikTok as well that are asking questions. That's a Sasquatch.
Yes.
I think we're once again a little bit like the paranormal field, that we like to class different species as different things and different names because it's got a different foot pattern. To me, I'm sorry, if it's a 8 foot, 10 foot walking man in hair covered from head, it is a Bigfoot. I think we like to give Sasquatches, cryptoids, everything like that. I think we give too much surface to it. If we kept it simple and just called everything a Bigfoot, if it was like a Yeti and things like that, it's all the same sort of thing. It's a walking man or animal with hair, if that makes sense. So I've got a mouse.
That's
Right.
quite a good one. To be fair, if they're on season 4, they still haven't found it.
No,
they're good trackers, are they?
No,
Said
but
in jest. He's saying it as a
Yeah,
joke, obviously.
yeah, but the thing is, once again, it's a TV show. They want to prolong this, and they only get about 2 weeks in the location. So it is very, sort of, what do they call it? Quite. It feels like they're longer, but they're not. But the season 4 is, I think, the closest that. Well, I don't know what season it is, Jay. Do you know what season we're actually on? I think it's 4. If it's 3, the one prior, when they actually find a bed or a nest of huge. It's like a big bird's nest. It's huge, and they actually find hair in this bed. So they take loads of hair samples and get them off to what do you call it? Off for sampling, and they all come back as an unknown species. It's not a bear hair. It's not an animal hair that they know of that's in the nest. So, yeah, okay, you could go along the line of they've got to keep the show going, so they're going to lie about it. I get that. But I don't, it's Expedition Bigfoot. Are we ever going to see these? Of course, we're not ever going to see it. For the sheer fact is, the governments don't want us to see it. It's no different to extraterrestrial, is it? We know they exist. Where's we're never going to, the mainstream media is never going to enlighten this. Because to me, Bigfoot is no different to the Sumerians, the Anunnaki, the Nephilim, all them sort of so-called extraterrestrials that we know that exist.
Okay.
I don't think we ever will find it, but I'm enjoying watching it. And again, I think with As Paranormal, you get people trying to fake stuff that hurts truth. What's really exactly that's my whole point of it. If they find it, it's never going to have another program again of finding it, and you never will. I think it's season. I'm sure it's season 4. I think it's season 4. I hope they do season 5. Right. Yeah.
This one really. This one's doing my head in. What is the concept? What is your concept of time travel and alternative dimensions? So do you believe in time travel and alternative dimensions?
100%.
Good. Okay.
100% with time travel. There's too much that is.
Okay. The second part of this question: would it be possible to meet yourself in an alternative self if you travel back in time to a different dimension? So could I meet myself?
Yes. Back in time or to the future, am I thinking here?
Whatever.
Right, back in time, if we can go, I think we go forward in time. I think if you look at certain, and let me use this as my example. For example, is The Simpsons. The Simpsons is your grade A1 prediction catalogue. They've predicted things that are just unpredictable, that you can't do. To the point of they even got the prediction 10 years prior to Mr. Trump becoming president. They had that in their show 10 years prior. And not only did they have it in their show 10 years prior, exactly the same way he was inaugurated was coming down the escalator with a red tie. That was in The Simpsons. So for me, I don't think Donald Trump is acting out The Simpsons thing. I think that Matt Groening is a time traveller. I'm going to be ripped to pieces because they're going to think you're on a Looney Tune here. So that is my belief. And once again, I only saw it. I don't know if Paul's watching. I don't know. But last night we spoke about the Miami 10-foot high alien. Did you see that?
I didn't know.
And that was predicted about 6 years ago, that an alien would be walking through a shopping mall in Miami on The Simpsons. I don't know if they're playing the game I don't know if these governments are following the Simpsons patterns. I don't know if they're watching it and then doing it. I don't know. But yeah, it's all you've got to do, guys, is you either go onto YouTube or go onto TikTok and just do the Simpsons predictions that have come true, to the point of they predicted the Queen's death on the exact date, the exact time. If you look at it's a bit more, how do you say, I don't want to offend people, but it's more comical how the Queen died in The Simpsons by the horses running over the carriage and all things like that. And on the number plate, if you look at the Queen's number plate, that had the exact timestamp of the day it happened. Now, if you look at how that works, if time travel is going back, if it's going backwards, are they coming backwards to go forward? I don't know. So yeah, do I believe in time travel? Yes.
Could you meet yourself then?
Yeah, I think you could.
See, that blows my mind.
I think you could meet yourself. I think we exist somewhere else. Once again, we're sitting, I think there was we are all on the 49th parallel, Angel Judith Walton. Hold on a minute. Again, right, have we read this again? Right, okay. Right, I've got to go here. I think the paranormal separate dimensions is when you die, your physical body stays, but your spirit goes off
Yeah,
to another dimension.
Yes, yeah. I do agree with that.
Stephen Hawkins did do a
Thought
thorough experiment where he posted and
they requested time travelers to meet him back in Oxford. As they never did, he said that time travel has not been invented. Okay.
well, if there's so many, if they do believe that what's his name, Nikola Tesla invented the time or the principles of the time travel machine. And
H.G. Wells, yeah. H.G. Wells time travel, yeah.
Nikola Tesla is, we all know Nikola Tesla. He got slated for a lot of things, and the governments went against him because obviously it was the other one, Thomas Edison, wasn't it? Yeah. They sided with Thomas Edison at the time because he was working towards DC current. And as we all know now, that we don't run our electrical sources on DC current anymore. We run it on AC current. So we know Tesla was right along them lines. But if we look at Tesla and the theory that behind Tesla, it's only theory, that if you look back in time, when Tesla died or was murdered, whatever you want to look, all his files got handed to the FBI. Who was in charge of the FBI at that time and who took all of Nikola Tesla's work to, to look into it, to make sure it was not a national security, was Donald Trump's uncle, great uncle. And they believe there's a link between now. Donald Trump does have this, the files. He got handed the files of Nikola Tesla. Yeah. He has the files of Nikola Tesla, and there is a slight conspiracy that Donald Trump does time travel, and that's why he keeps saying when he has to come back to wrong the rights. He's the only one that can cure the wrongs to rights because he's foreseen what's gone on. That's, you take it or leave it on that one. But that's all documented. There is a link between Donald Trump and Nikola Tesla. His uncle, his great uncle, or whatever you want to, whoever it was, owned all the rights to Nikola Tesla's work, and it was handed to Donald Trump. He's the next of king on that. Right. I think governments know, however, they fear the mass hysteria, so they hide it. I believe that some of the movies that come out to gauge the public exactly that.
Yeah. With that.
They had horse meat scandal on an episode. I'm assuming that this must be Ryan talking about Simpsons predictions, Trump's presidency. If Donald Trump did time travel, he would go back and change the also, think of religion's implications. If we discover aliens were real, that God could not have possibly existed, there would be mass outcry and possibly breakdown of many communities. That's why it remains hidden. Well, yes, but as you know, we speak quite, on my other show, we're sort of going down that, aren't we? We're
yeah.
We're going down that.
You need some of these questions for your other show because it's quite good.
Do I think the religion? Yes, I do think it has an impact. As you know, if you in the book of Revelations, that does imply extraterrestrials within the Bible. I think it's the Nephilim, the giants, the land of the giants, things like that. But I also feel that they've removed. It's either 53 or 54 chapters from the Bible, so no one knows what's in that full Bible because they've shrunk it. They've removed certain parts of that the book. So what that was in the book, was it the not discovery, but was it to say that our ancestors that lived all this time was not of human ilk? It's in the Bible as giants walked this land. Giants. Now that goes along the lines of what we call giants. We talk about dragons breathing through the skies. Well, if we're going on technology of extraterrestrials that had craft at certain speeds coming through the atmosphere will burn. So what did they see that they thought were dragons? Was it craft coming through our atmosphere that burnt the skies up? Who knows? But there's been a lot removed from the Bible, and they only want us to believe what is in that Bible. They've never found the Loch Ness Monster over on Angela. I'm not too sure on the Loch Ness Monster. I still want to go to Loch Ness, though. I do want to spend a weekend at Loch Ness looking for Loch Ness. Do you believe in shapeshifters?
Yes.
Here's your answer on that one from Simon. Is there any backup to that? Or is it just a yes?
That's just a yes. It's just a yes because the things I've watched, and I think, I think. Yeah, and I think that's spiritual more than. I think quite a lot of that's spiritual, and if you do want my opinion on it, that's where I border it. That's where I do think it's demonic, a little bit demonic down there.
Yeah, and there's your answer on that one. All right.
If I saw a shapeshifter, then I might run a mile. But I have seen things that have changed. To be quite honest. And I saw one, it was probably as I was 13 or 14. And I was on my own, walking back from somewhere where I shouldn't have been walking back from. I might have been a bit older, actually. And I tell you what, I would have beaten Linford Christie, Mo Farah, anybody you put in front of me, I'd have beaten them at that place. So I just saw what changed in front of my eyes from human to animal. It went from human to animal, and I cracked. And I'm gone. I was gone.
Lewis Johnson 24. Are you a real ghost hunter?
Yes, 100%, man.
Yeah, we do paranormal investigations. We go out looking for the unexplained. So, yeah, if you like, we are real ghost hunters.
We are real ghost hunters. Yeah.
We don't carry it. We don't carry the plasma packs and all that.
Could be coming.
Yeah. No, we do investigations. www.essexghosthunters.co.uk.
Go and have a look
on all social medias, Facebook, TikTok, what's it called? Platform X now. Can't call it Twitter, can I? And Instagram. Just look for the Ghosts, Essex Ghost Hunters, and look for there, and you can follow us. Okay. Any more questions?
Well, probably for the next show, I reckon. To be
We've
honest,
got one more question. One more question.
Oh, let me find it. Okay.
Come on,
Okay.
guys. We need two
No, I've
more
got
thousand
one.
likes to 9.
I've got one.
9,000.
How do you feel? No, that isn't a good one.
Come on, guys. Get them likes up on Facebook, for TikTok for us. We need to get to 9. Some wanted 9, so let's make his day. If you're watching, hit that button as many times as you can. Are there real werewolves?
Oh,
I don't know. Do you know that?
Again, I think you're going down the shapeshifter route.
Yeah. But werewolves react. Yeah. I think people. I do generally feel that there is something.
Somebody asked me.
Full moon. Yes, I do. Werewolves, I don't really know.
Somebody asked me, do I believe in vampires? And yes, I do. Not as Dracula, but I believe there's people that drink people's blood for a religious sect or a sect.
Yeah.
A cult. It's a cult.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
No, I get that. I do get that. Come then, last question of the show. And we need people on TikTok. Hit that like button.
Can anybody experience astral projection and or an out-of-body experience?
Yes. Can anybody or
anybody?
Can anybody?
Yes. So I know we could.
Yeah, I think. I think you can. But I think you have to be, like meditation stuff, and I think you have to sort of be in the right frame of mind, and I think you can. I think Maz, was it Maz who was telling us about an out of body the other day?
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
So Maz, she was watching herself. So yeah,
she did actually. Yeah,
I really do think that. Yeah, I think anybody can do it. I don't think it is.
So do you think then when a lot of people say when they're having an operation or that what they class as a near death experience, do you think that's just an out of body experience?
Yeah, I would say
they're
that
looking down on themselves, aren't they?
But yeah, that would be my gut sense to that. I really would. I really did think I would say that. Yeah, my gut sense would. I had a mate explain a near-death experience to me. Made a lot of sense to me with what I know. I would find a link somewhere between that. I really would, between sort of like a meditation, sort of that trance-like state. So yeah, to me it does make sense. I do believe in it.
Okay.
I really do. And yourself?
Yeah, because I often go to places before I go, if that makes sense. And whether I do that, sometimes I think I've dreamt it, to be honest, and sometimes I make myself go there and look around things, and I could take you to the places that I've been and show you.
And do you think anyone can experience it?
Do I think anybody could experience this? I think yes. I think if they've trained their mind in meditation, if they're that way inclined, I do think anybody could experience. Yes, I do. Yeah, I think it's like mediumship. I think it's like what we do, what I do every day. I think anybody could train their selves to do that. I don't think I don't think anybody's got that as a. People say it's a gift. I think it's a gift. I think you train to do it, and if you want to train and go in your part of what you want to do, your pathway, you'll do it. That's as simple as that. Yeah, so I do think anybody could train in my pathway, train in your pathway, train in, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it can. I think it can. I think anyone can experience, but you've got to be in the right frame of mind, take yourself to the right vibration, and go from there.
Absolutely, yeah, yes, and it's making sure you've got your way back if you're going to do it.
You can tether off, can't you, and things like that. You can.
Yeah.
You're near your goal. You are near your goal over on TikTok of
How many?
9,000. You are on 8,600.
Oh, come
We
on.
need 400 more likes to reach Simon's target. Angela Judith Walton has asked, is the Mothman real?
The Mothman.
Now, for me, I can't really comment. I've heard of the Mothman prophecies and things like that.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a village folklore, things like that. There has been tales of people who see the Mothman just before they pass. So yes and no. Loosely, no, not for me. All right, not for me. So
I can't say as I've loosely heard of it, but no, I don't believe in it.
No, I'm a little bit. I'm not. I can't comment, so to speak, as much as I'd want to on that one. You're 100 likes away of your target, Simon. All right, you're 100, then we can leave the show quite happily. You can sleep quite peacefully.
I can go off on a journey.
Yeah, you can.
Where can I go tonight?
Wherever you choose to bloody well go.
Somewhere hot.
Somewhere hot. You have made your target, Mr. Cardi. Okay, you have made your target for tonight.
Cool.
9,100. So thank you for everybody. Hit that like button. Look, we've got 4 more minutes before we end the show. Let's round that number off. Let's get that number to 10,000, and I will be happy. I will be happy. I will go to sleep a happy man. Okay, people must be tapping like mad at the moment. But no, thank you ever so much for everybody that has joined us tonight over on all our platforms, Facebook, YouTube. There is a way of going Instagram live now as well on StreamYard, that the platform that we use.
You're on your own there.
Yeah, I can't quite say if we're going to get there and how it all works, because it seems a little bit arsey to me, but I shall have a look. I would just like one complete bit of software that got us live on all platforms without all this arsing about. I've got to have a camera up here, I've got to have a camera here. That's it. We've done it. 10,000.
Don't know if we're going to have a show next week.
Yeah, sure. We're not too sure about next week. We will try and get something to happen if possible. We might be able to do something depending on signal strength and things like that. So please just be aware, something very special is happening next week. Expect to see quite a few live videos. So please keep it just be different times for whatever reason. So thank you for everybody that has joined us over on TikTok. Been an absolute pleasure.
You can't see me, but you can hear me.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you? In fact, we're in the show. We're going to keep TikTok running for a minute, okay? So because we can try something while we're live. But no, thank you for everybody that has joined us over on Pulse Talk Radio. As again, and we may see you next week, we may not. All right. So, Pulse Talk Radio listeners, take care and thank you for listening to
Thank you.
YouTube and Facebook watchers. Thank you ever so much for commenting. Really, really appreciate it tonight. All your comments is absolutely fantastic. All right. So take care, everybody, and we will see you all.
Next week.
We might do.
Might see you next week.
Yeah. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.